Law Beats. Law Beats.
Yeah. You're far too kind. You're far too kind. You're far too kind. I was watching The Joker earlier, you know what I'm saying? So Y'all remember when my mans went up there, Arthur Flack went up there when he was a Marty, man, and they was giving him a round of applause. I felt like Marty real quick, only at this time I ain't gonna die, you know what I mean? Shout outs to everybody, man. Welcome back once again to the Players Pit. I want to shout out everybody who's been supportive of the grind, of the passion, of the movement, man. Y'all be going crazy in the group, man. Y'all be going crazy in the group, man. Don't matter what it's about, man. It don't matter what it's about. Y'all can be talking about lions, tigers, and bears. Y'all still gonna debate. You know what I mean? And I love it though, man. Everything is always very, very constructive. As long as y'all ain't fighting and shit, we all good. We all good, man. I got a great show on tap. Great show on tap. It's glad to be back, man. I'm happy to be back. Missed last week down in Florida. Flag football nationals, man. Shout outs to all the Chicago teams that went out there and represented Durham Alage, DM, Force, Chicago Riot. If I'm missing some teams' name, it's because I really don't know all of the teams' names. These are just the people coming off the top of my head. Sauce, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. Don't charge it to me. Don't charge it to me. Down there in Florida for 2 weeks, man. Caught a Magic game when the Magic played the Bulls, man. Pretty fire. You know what I mean? Definitely pretty fire. Oh, hold on. They said my mic is tweaking. Hold on. First time I gotta do a mic check. Check the mic. If you in the comment section, please let me know how I sound, guys. Let me know how I sound. They said I was sounding a little tripped out. I'm hoping I'm sounding fine. I sound pretty fine in my headphones. But turn me down in my headphones. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm better now. Okay. But caught a Magic game, went down to Orlando, was in Florida for 2 weeks for nationals. Orlando the first week, Tampa the second week. Saw some crazy flag football out there. Let me tell y'all something, man. That flag shit is real. flag shit is real, man. It be I saw some athletes, male, female, the youth level, the youth kids was out there getting it, man. It was dope, man. Like it was mad dope, man. So I would say, and you could be looking out for a show pretty soon, a flag football show pretty soon. I ain't gonna drop no spoilers, but let's just say it was mad dope. So shout outs to both the entities who put on 2 weeks worth of nationals. Mad dope. Saw a Bulls game, by the way, too, down there. They played the Magic. The Bulls lost, obviously, but the Bulls been riddled with injuries and all that. So I ain't charged it to him. You know what I mean? I ain't charged to him. It's all love. DeRozan had like 31, 35 that game or something around that nature. He was balling. Pretty decent game, even though I was late. You know what I mean? Got there at halftime, but that's what happens when you're traveling with women. But it was all love though, man. Good experience, man. Amway Center, man. That's a dope stadium, bro. It's a dope stadium. Amway is a very, very dope stadium. In the comments, man, if y'all been to some dope ass stadiums, some dope ass sports stadiums, man, leave in the comments what some of your best stadiums, what some of your favorite stadiums that you've been to. I know Soldier Field ain't one. And speaking of Soldier Field, we about to get into that bag. I got my two homies, man. I got my shout out to Success. Is that Success Stress or Success Trees? Success Trees. Shout out to Success Trees. Angel, I see you in the building. Always good to see y'all in the building, man. I love when you guys are in the building. Like I said, I got my two homies in the building, man. We gonna talk talk some Bears for a second. Y'all know I got a special show lined up for you on the back end with my homie Arthur Ray. My homie, man. Very inspirational story, inspirational what he's doing, inspiring what he's doing. We're going to get into that in a minute. But for a quick 10 minutes, we got to talk about the Bears, man. Y'all know deep down, this is Chicago home base. I got to give it up that way. I just have to give it up that way. I want to shout out my big brother, man. My big brother from my Big Brother podcast, Chicago Clubhouse Sports. If y'all been checking it out in the pit, in on their own page, y'all already know how you give it up, man. John Bowles, man, how you feeling, baby? How you feeling?
Hey, what up, little bro? What's going on with it?
Man, it's all love, man. It's finally good to connect with you live.
Man, we've been trying to get it, since the last time when we first started to kick it off, man. We've been grinding, man.
So it's great to connect with you live, big bro. We gonna talk that talk for a little bit. Also, I got my other guy, man, my other man. You know what I mean? Got his own podcast too. Shout outs to the Lot podcast where they be talking that shit a lot. Shout outs to my homie, Mr. Javen Palooza himself. How you feeling, my dog?
Wonderful.
How you feeling, man?
Wonderful. Bumping this Nas, shit.
That's my favorite hip hop album right now.
Come on, man. It was the album of the year, man.
Yeah, most definitely. So, we know what's going on, right, man? We got Ryan Poles in the building, New Bears GM. We got can somebody correctly pronounce my man's last name?
Matt Eberflus.
So we gonna call him Flus God. Shout outs to Flus God. I see y'all ain't smiling for the Flus God. I see y'all all day in the pit and on your personal pages basically saying FOH to this Bears hire, man. FOH. Fuck out of here to this Bears hire, man. I need y'all to y'all know I've been slandering, and anybody tuned in right now that knows, they know better. They know I be giving it to the Bears week in, week out. I done traded on the Bears 4 different times. Me and the Bears
You have. I've actually cried like he like him. Now he don't. Wait, now he don't.
Me and the Bears are in an open relationship. Open relationship, man.
But I get it.
One of the things I was very critical of who they were going to bring on. As you know, as both of you know, I wanted Harbaugh. I knew that might have been a pipe dream, but I wanted Harbaugh. However,
understandable though.
I feel like they needed a leader of men, culture change. So they bring in the DC from the Colts, Matt Eberflus, Flus God.
Say his name again.
Flus God. He already got a nickname for me, Flus God.
Flus God.
They bring in Matt Eberflus, right? And surprisingly, I'm more optimistic than bigger Bears fans. I want to know how is this possible? You two being two of the biggest Bear fans that I know. I want to know, am I bugging? And why am I bugging? JB, I'm going to start off with you because you are the resident sports podcaster here who follows the Bears even more closely than myself and a lot of people. So I'm pretty sure you got the 401. Am I bugging? Why?
So no, you're not bugging. What I'm gonna call you, D, is I'm gonna call you what you're cautiously optimistic. And there's nothing wrong with being cautiously optimistic because we don't know what this guy is gonna do. Hell, had somebody, shunned Sean McVay when he first got his opportunity.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So in my heart of hearts, I'm saying, yeah, we probably need to go ahead and pump our brakes and give this guy a chance. But my fandom and my football acumen just says the Bears continue to lie to us. They continue to be a contradictory story in the making. They tell us, hey, we're going to get it right this time. We want a head coach with coaching experience, former head coaching experience. Does Eberflus have head coaching experience? No, he does not. Then they tell us we want to get an offensive innovator that's going to develop Justin Fields. That didn't happen either. So now it's like you try not to put the cart before the horse, but they're not leaving us any choice. So it's like Ryan Poles, I was all happy. For those that don't know, getting a minority GM gives the Bears an extra pick, a third-round compensatory pick, which we sorely need because our draft capital is in the toilet. But you would figure getting a guy with this ilk coming from that Kansas City tree, you would think your first, second, and third thing would be to get a coach in here to do something with your number one asset. You have to protect him, true enough. But what good is protecting somebody that has not been developed?
Absolutely. Javen, what you think?
I mean, he took a lot of my points, but I just got fire and vigor. You know what I'm saying? But more so logic. You know what I mean? This is where I had the issue with it. Logically, okay? The Bears are not a bad defensive team and never have been. We always put our hat on our defense,
Correct.
Because our offense has always been shit. All right, for the most part. If we get some shit going, wonderful. You know what I'm saying? This is something different. You actually have a true franchise-changing quarterback with a talent set that is more where this league is at right now.
Mhm.
Okay?
Mhm.
You go out, the GM have no issues with, hey, you got it. Head coach, though, you get a defensive coordinator from the Colts. Now, I didn't got jumped on all day for going, but I wasn't going wild. I'm going on the logic side. If I'm working with this young QB to be one of them dudes because of what I see, why in the hell am I getting somebody who's more defensive oriented, regardless of anything? Because at the end of the day, you're gonna sign off on this or that. And if your niche is defense or otherwise, I'm gonna leave it up to my OC. And I was looking, and they was like, they're looking at the OC at Philly. Like, what are we doing?
They said it was I think they said he was like the passing coordinator or something.
Passing game coordinator, yeah.
Come on. Why do we keep small marking ourselves, low balling ourselves? You know what I'm saying? We'll take 2 steps forward to take 5 steps back, and it be obvious. It's like, what the fuck? So you get Color and you get Brandon Marshall, but you don't get a fucking line.
Right.
As long as Color was here, he put up numbers, and the biggest number was how many times he got sacked. So what are you trying to sell us? You get tired of that shit, Jack. You know what I'm saying? So as much as folks was getting on me earlier or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking more so logically. If I have this type of quarterback, why am I coming in with a defensive mindset like that, on something like that? Well, they were top 10 in the league. And God damn it, go look at the real numbers. They're no different from where the Bears are now.
No, and they played they had a
We're
really
not going to talk about that, John.
mild schedule.
We're not going to talk about that, John.
You play the Jaguars and you play the Texans.
Dude.
Huge
John,
numbers.
I checked your
That's why I
shit.
hate analytics.
I checked your shit, John, and somebody was talking to you about Dan Quinn and how shit went left in the Super Bowl. But you hired a dude that let the Jaguars stop him from getting into the playoffs? Dude, what are we talking about? Explain it to me. Logically.
Can't make this
I
up.
asked everybody, explain it logically, and nobody is give them a chance. Why? Why do I got to give anybody a chance when it's proven commodity out there? Why
Here's
fuck
how
around?
Here's how I feel. Can you guys hear me? Because I'm a back a little bit. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. How I feel about it is that, listen, from my research on the Flus guide, from my info, apparently he's a great communicator. He's a great teacher. He's a great leader of men. If you guys remember, I said that the Bears need, before anything, a leader of men.
I agree.
You know what I mean? I feel like as a head coach, if my head coach is a leader of men, I'm perfectly fine with permeates throughout the rest of the coaching staff. You know what I mean? Because there has to be a voice of discipline, a voice of mentorship, a voice of leadership in the locker room. And if he is that guy, then I'm fine. You know what I mean? And I'm fine. Okay. Now, my main question is, and I don't want to spend too much time on it because y'all know I got a big time guest coming on.
No doubt.
But my main thing is that who fills out the rest of the staff, right? So now I feel like with this hire, now it goes, okay, you bet not miss on the OC. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. Now, if they get the passing game coordinator from the Eagles, I'm not gonna lie, I might flip my shit. I might flip my shit. If they hit you with a Joe Brady, a Codwell, somebody from like the Cal Shanahan coaching tree.
Wait a second. Time out, D-Son.
We got 5 minutes, guys.
if you gonna go Caldwell, why didn't you just hire him as the head coach?
And that's exactly what I was gonna say. And
I ain't got no problem with Caldwell, man.
and dig a little deeper. If you go Joe Brady, hell, he couldn't get Cam Newton back right, and damn sure couldn't get Sam Darnold on track.
Time out. That's not true.
They were doing fine until the injuries in Carolina.
Yeah, no, they were doing fine until they got into some real boys.
No. I disagree with you. When Darnold got hurt, that was more so of this, and nobody can talk to Cam Newton.
But I say this. You want to say Joe Brady, look what he did with Joe Burrow. I'm looking at what Joe Burrow's done since Joe Brady.
Okay.
And what Joe Brady has lacked to do, regardless if you want to say injury or not.
Okay.
Sam Darnold had the first 3 games good, then like the next 6 games were bad, then he got hurt. So I'm not going to sit up there and just put my hat on Joe Brady either. If you get a Caldwell, of which I always wanted him to be my OC to start, but again, watch for this name. Don't be surprised if Ken Dorsey is your offensive coordinator trying to catch lightning in the bottle for what he did with Josh Allen, because he's Josh Allen's quarterback coach.
Yeah, he's Josh Allen's quarterback coach. My man Slim. Y'all know Slim. Slim said he wouldn't mind Ken Dorsey. This is the same Ken Dorsey that quarterback for Miami, right?
Yes.
And was a bust in San Francisco as a quarterback.
I mean, I don't think nobody expected him.
Why don't you just go after the OC for Buffalo?
Because if you make a lateral move, you either got to give him an assistant head coaching job and extra money. Okay. You just can't move laterally unless his contract was over.
Or like a head coach and waiting type
coach. Right. Well, that's the assistant head coach, which usually goes to the OC of a defensive coordinator or a special teams coach.
He should have just been the coach.
All right, guys. So before I before I dismiss you guys and let you guys do what you got to do or whatever, 30 seconds or less. We're gonna start with you, JB. Then we're gonna move to you, Javen. What is the ceiling you think for this hire for the Bears?
Year one, same record, 6-11.
He giving them too much. I was gonna say, what was their record? You just told me 6-11, 4 and whatever the other 2 games go to the line.
13.
Hey man.
And
this one I am gonna
you
do.
Can put me on record. I hope that it's not that. But dude, there's nothing here
because they have to hit more in free agency than they can in the draft, which is hard to do. So
absolutely. All right. So
guys,
I'd
love to come back, D, whenever you could use me.
And this what I'm gonna do. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna push you guys backstage. You guys stick around. You know the last segment that I have, the pit, where the community gets to ask all the burning questions. Mm-hmm. You can join me and my man Arthur Ray in on it. If not, that's cool. But I'm gonna push you guys backstage. If you guys want to bounce, you can.
I gotta jump on another show. But next time you need a little 15-minute rant or a show, call me.
Absolutely, man. I definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, man. Thank y'all.
Love.
Yeah, guys. So, how I feel about the Bears hire, like I said, I'm super duper optimistic. I don't know why I'm as optimistic as I am. But I feel like, man, we just gotta wait and see, man. I like what I read about Matt. I like the coach defense a lot this season. What I read about him as far as like his character and his personality, I feel like the Bears could benefit from that. I could be a dumbass fan where, you know what I mean, right now, but I mean, I'm optimistic, man. We'll wait, we'll see, we'll give it some time, man. At least I will. If they go 3-14 next season, I'm perfectly fine with them going 3-14, as long as they are making the right moves as a team on and off the field. I'm good. With that being said, man, I have a very, very special guest I'm gonna bring on, man. This is a guy that I grew up with him slightly. Had the same trader, man. Shout outs to Jay Knight, man. He probably tuned in, man. He was putting in mad work. I seen my man putting in mad work with Jay Knight, man, with James Knight, man. Mad work. Him and Keith Otis, by the way. Yeah, they was both putting in good work at Jackson Park, man, like trying to get to that next level. Cancer survivor. Just an inspiration to not just myself, because I've been following him on social media for a while now. Just an inspiration to me, and he should be an inspiration to you guys as well, man. We're gonna call him up in a minute, man. I'm gonna play a quick clip, introduce you to him when you come back, man. And when we come back, he'll be on, man. Shout outs, man. Hold on.
I'm doing good, and yeah, I'll definitely be back. You'll definitely be hearing Arthur Ray's name.
Attack that adversity with intensity. That's now his life motto, and the motto of his offensive line staff.
Well, it shook me. You know, something that I'll never forget. Like I said, that it just means more to me. You know, it means more. You know, every day that I'm blessed. I'm walking on both my legs, man. And at one point, that wasn't a possibility. Speaking to some doctors back in Chicago, but you know, all the odds, all the negatives, and everything, I overcame them all. You know, with great faith and tremendous grit, and that's what I talk to my guys about.
I'm Kellen Buddy, News 10 Sports.
Yes, Lord, man. We are back. Shout outs, man. The Players Pit with D.Son, the pod. Man. Bro, I'm so excited to have you on, man, because I've been wanting to connect with you for some time now, man. I feel like you are the definition of the get back. You know what I mean? Like the get back, man. Your story is just so encouraging and just so inspirational, man. And seeing you at Jackson Park, I remember being with you at Jackson Park, working out with James, man. Right. You shout outs to Keith Otis as well, man. Y'all used to be in the fitness and the getting it with James, man. Like really, really getting it, man. And just to see where you are now, you know, as a man, bro, I got to give you a flower. My man Arthur Ray, man, how you feeling, man?
Man, I'm good, man. Appreciate you having me, man. I see you making moves, man. Like you said, we first met at Jackson Park. But yeah, man, been a long road, but God got me, had me the whole way.
Man, bro, like so before we get into the nitty gritty, man, like what you like you at the crib, you in Arkansas, you living it up, man. What we doing, man?
I'm in Arkansas right now, man. It's big recruiting time. We're gonna have some recruits come up this weekend, and you know, just working, bro, in the office, trying to get better, paying attention to last year, what we did well, things we need to improve on. So it's good.
So what's your role in recruiting? Like, you know what I mean? Like how do you
I take care of all the big dogs, man, all the O-linemen. You know,
I'm crazy.
Evaluating 2023 guys, 2024, 2025, looking at the transfer portal, all that stuff. That's what I'm taking care of now, because I know we want to go attack a couple more guys before the season begins next year. So yeah, that's pretty much what our day-to-day, trying to get in contact with them, watching tape, evaluating, correlating, and speaking with the rest of the coaching staff, and you know, just making sure we all on the same page.
Now, before we get into your coaching background and what you're doing now in the SEC over there in Arkansas, right? I want to holler at you about just your journey, bro. You know what I mean? Like take me through your journey when you first realized that like, yo, football that's it for me. Like, this is what I want to do. Take me through that.
Well, yeah, man, it's just once I finished playing in Miami, I came home and I'm with my parents. I'm chilling. So I said, man, all right, I guess football done. You know, we gotta figure out what else I want to do. So I got a job in inside sales first, and then I realized quickly I ain't want to do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just that I wasn't passionate about it. You know, and I started training linemen individually. Started my academy. Everybody had the 7-on-7 rocking. Nobody had anything created for the big guys, for the linemen. You know, so that was something that I saw a void. So I said, why not? You know, God blessed me to go a lot of places. This great game of football took me all over the world, man, and allowed me to learn so much. Why not, you know, give it back, pour it back into the young guys, and that's what I did. Started the academy. Then high school coach named Coach Mike Bain from De La Salle approached me And he the first person who he offered me a job coaching at being the O-line coach at De La Salle. So man, I did that, and then after that, became the head coach at Curie High School. And man, you know, I fell in love with it, bro. Fell in love with it. I was a dean of students at Curie too, so just enjoyed that whole experience. Realized that, you know, coaching ball is just what I want to do, man. This is what the good Lord, you know, blessed me with a second chance to be able to, one, not only use my testimony, but two, be able to give back to the young boys, to the young dogs, you know what I'm saying, and be able to make something happen. So, you know, I'm blessed. After I finished at Curie, I went to college. Went to coach at Northwoods, a Division II school in the middle of nowhere, Michigan. My second home. You know what I'm saying? So did 2 years down there, 2019 in the COVID year, and then got blessed to get the opportunity to come down, join the Razorbacks, man. University of Arkansas. Had a hell of a season this year, and I'm excited, man. Sky the limit, and we just get started.
Man, like, how does one land a job in the SEC, bro? Like, that's incredible to me, right? Yeah. Because we all know SEC is like that's what the big dogs play.
Yeah.
Like that's what the big dogs play, no matter if it's Ole Miss, Arkansas, Alabama, Georgia.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the big dogs.
We played all them this year.
And you play them all, you know what I mean? I guess my question is that when you got the opportunity to jump to the SEC and do what you love, how was that feeling for you, especially knowing everything that you went through? And we're gonna get into, you know, what you went through coming up as a top high school prospect in a minute. But like, what did that do for you? What did that do for your spirit? What did that do for your story?
Well, you know, God got a way to keep you moving, keep you going. I mean, everything that I worked for as a coach, you know, I challenged myself at every step of the way. Even when I first started the academy, challenged myself to be the best and work to be the best at what I wanted to do. Then once I decided that, you know, coaching is something I wanted to make a career out of, I just got the knowledge, man. Got the knowledge, got connected to the right people. I met so many people throughout the way who, you know, they helped me out, great mentors. You know, had a lot of coaches that I knew. My ex-coach who coached me at Michigan State, he the New Orleans Saints offensive line coach. That's a tremendous resource. He always used to talk to me about coaching even before I knew this was something that I wanted to do. But, man, reaching out to them and keeping my head down, trusting the Lord, man, betting on myself. You know, I didn't been through a lot and young too. So, you know, I was forced to grow up a lot sooner and really dive within myself and within my faith. So, you know, it ain't too much I don't think I can accomplish, you know, especially now. Because I feel like I didn't been through hell, literally, and had to pick myself back up, pull my pants up and stand on my both too, you know, just to get to where I'm at. So, man, it was to get that opportunity. Coach Pittman is a great man. You know, what you see, what you get. He was my first offer when I was playing ball at Mount Carmel. Northern Illinois was my first scholarship offer, and Sam Pittman, our head coach at Arkansas, he was the offensive line coach then. So, you know, it's funny how life got a way of completing the circle and bringing everything back.
Yeah, so let's backtrack. Beginning of the journey, right? So you're in high school, right? Where did you go?
Mount Carmel. Went to Mount Carmel.
Mount Carmel. You go to Mount Carmel. You come out as one of the top-rated prospects, and not just the O-line, but in the country, correct?
Yeah.
What happens after that?
Week after signing day, man, I got diagnosed with bone cancer. So, you know, the greatest and most joyous time of my life turned into the scariest. And I ain't know what really to make of it at that time. I was 17. I was on top of the world. Signed my scholarship to state. I had been getting recruited by everybody. So, you know me. You know, I'm thinking the league. I'm thinking all Big Ten and having such an illustrious college career. That's the only thing that's on my mind. But I found myself on the 6th floor of UIC Hospital taking chemo. You know, and it hit me. You know, diagnosed with cancer at 17. You know, I had no idea that, you know, anybody that young could get cancer. You know, just you don't know what you don't know. I'm a young, healthy athlete, you know, and it's just something that, you know, they still can't explain now. It just happened. But, you know, I'm eternally grateful now because it shaped me and molded me into the man I am today. But it was tough, man. It was tough. A lot of mental things that you go through. A lot of I spoke on it before, just identity things. You know, I identify myself as a ball player. You know, so when you think about how people describe themselves, right? You know, some of the couple of things they say. You know, I would say I'm a ball player, man. That's what I do. That's who I am, right? So seeing myself with no hair, no eyebrows, seeing myself getting the chemo breaking my body down and getting weak. You know, I had to ask myself that question again, and I had to see this that I'm looking at now before it came to fruition. You know, that's really when I start. Man, my faith grew strong, man. Start diving into myself, man. Trusting the Lord. Had some great doctors at UIC that I probably cussed out one too many times. You know what I'm saying? But it was all part of a growing process. I was a boy. I was a boy going through it all, and wasn't quite sure what was happening to me. You know, I'm in that phase, that 17, 18-year-old phase. I'm trying to find myself, find my groove, find my swag, learn really who I am. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of things happening at once for me. You know, it sort of overwhelmed me a little bit, but you know, I thank God I got through it.
So what part did Michigan State play in just helping you keep that dream alive of playing D1 ball, right? Because you had
Yeah.
the scholarship, right? You had the scholarship on board, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ready to play. You know what I mean? You ready to play. You ready to go ahead and tackle the lead, then boom. Day after signing the day, you get diagnosed with bone cancer.
Right.
Yet you still end up at Michigan State balling.
Yeah.
Take me through that.
Man, Coach D'Antonio was a blessing. It was a blessing, man. He he kept me on scholarship. I was honest. I was hurt, man. I was in my basement in my house crying, man. I was crying for hours. I'm looking at Edgy Tim and Rivals and all of that stuff, looking at, a glimpse of what I used to be. You know, then that's how I took it. You know, would I ever be that person again? I called Coach Dito, told him straight up that, diagnosed with cancer. The doctor said, you might not never play football again, let alone walk again on your own power. You know, at first I thought I was going to lose my leg. You know, my cancer, I had bone cancer, and it was right in the middle of my shin. You know, and thank God I was blessed with height, and you know what I'm saying, and just different things that helped me out in that standpoint, because it could have went the other route real fast. You know, it could have been a lot worse for me. You know, and like I said, I'm grateful. But Michigan State was fantastic. We family. That's my second home, man. When I think about Michigan, that's where I grew up. That's where I became a man. You know, because I spent 2 years on crutches on that campus. I'm crutching around that campus for 2 years. You know, and again, like I told you, you in the midst of that. Not only am I, I'm happy to be in college. I'm away from the city, but you just going through that transition. You turning yourself from a boy to a man, and you trying to become the version of yourself that you want to be. You want to, you feel like you're an adult. You're away from your parents. You're going through that whole process. So, I'm doing that and dealing with being on crutches and trying to manage lifestyle as a student athlete, a hurt one, but going through all of that, man. When I think about it and back to it now, like, it was tough. It was days. It was tough, man. It took a toll on me. It took a huge toll on me. I think I fell into a depression. You know what I'm saying?
Which is understandable.
I was depressed. I wasn't sure of myself. My anxiety was high. Because you got to think, up until that point, I hadn't been hit in the mouth. Nothing had caught me off guard like that. So to be able to, now I'm looking around the corner. I'm nervous. Man, I don't know what's coming. I don't know what the doctor's going to say. I got this visit next, because I eventually, over a 4-year span, I had about 16 surgeries. Whether it was with my leg, 9 on my leg for sure, but then the other ones was related to the cancer. Anybody who know you got to take chemo, you get a PICC line, you get a port in your chest, and so the chemo go through your entire body, and you got to go through that process. Just, it was a lot of complications and different things for me to deal with, man. Just processing all that. Michigan State was fantastic, treated me like family. That's why that place will always be special to me. Hopefully, I get to coach there soon.
That's beautiful, man, because often we hear like stories of coaches and staff and universities and, professional teams not caring about the players, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not caring. All they care about is the bottom line, the ticket sales and wins and losses. But here you have a situation where you get diagnosed a week after signing day, after signing day. And Michigan State says, we going to figure it out together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Keep you on scholarship, and you still able to put on that jersey, put on that uniform, and go out there and give yourself a chance to not just play D1 football, but to get to the next level. If that ain't inspiration, like I said in the beginning, man, I'm a big fan of the get back. I feel like you don't know who you are and what you have into you until, like you said, you get punched in the mouth and you have to figure it out, bro. And in your situation, this is deeper than you having to figure it out. You're trying to figure out, what's the next move day to day.
Yeah.
I can just imagine the toll that it took on you mentally, not just taking away the game that you love, but potentially, other effects of it, right?
Yeah.
So with your get back, right? You're able to still suit up for Michigan State, play offensive lineman to the best of your ability. And you still have a chance, although undrafted, you still have a chance to play professional football for the Miami Dolphins. Can you please take me through that?
Man, that process was crazy. Just going through everything to get back. Like I said, the crutches for 2 years. It took me 4 years total. After I got off crutches, I walked for a year. I was the happiest man walking in East Lansing. You know what I'm saying? But then after that, I started training, started running. I got back 2012. I graduated from college, first person in my family. That was huge for me. Being able to still knock all that out through all the adversity, able to accomplish that, that's something big. It's only going, only got to raise the bar higher, but being able to play in those 3 games. And then, so I called the NCAA myself and I said, is there any possible way I can get some eligibility back? And they said, yeah, I explained everything, my story with the cancer, and they was like, as long as you got doctors, paperwork and everything. I said, man, I got a stack, probably fill 2 rooms up, as much as I was in the hospital. So after I sent all that to the NCAA, I was granted 2 years of eligibility. So, the transfer portal and all this sexy stuff that's going on for the young guys now, it wasn't around. Right. But so I went down, I transferred to D2 in the middle of nowhere, Colorado, with my dog and one of my best friends, Jordan Bent. He had played receiver at Michigan State. And, he had transferred and made a name for himself down there. So I joined him. Went down there, man, middle of the mountains, 6,000 feet above sea level, and I ain't right. I'm from the south side of the city, from the Hunters. I ain't never seen nothing like that. But I just wanted the opportunity to play ball. I just wanted the opportunity to play ball, man, play this game I love. God granted me that. I went out there and did what I was supposed to do. Was voted D2 All-American, after my senior year down there. And, man, I was healthy. I was strong. I got my groove back, thank God. And, I signed with an agent and trained in Atlanta, Georgia for the draft with Chip Smith, who's a great near dear friend of mine. And, I was blessed with that opportunity to go down there with the Dolphins, man. It's just when I think about it now, it's unbelievable. It's just crazy because under that span, you got to think is, I blinked. I left UIC Hospital, and then I'm in Miami. I'm getting off the plane in Davie and driving to the facility, and it was a dream come true.
Man, good things happen to great people, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, man, the definition of the get back. Now, I know one of the things that you for sure wanted to touch on, and I want to touch on too, especially being here in the pit, man. We pride ourselves on societal content rooted in sports, right?
Yeah.
And I know you're out here now as a cancer advocate, wanting to bring awareness to cancer, right?
Yep.
I want to talk to you about like your aspirations, what you're doing now, and what you hope to do as far as being a cancer advocate. Where are you at in that journey?
Man, I'm in the beginning phases. I got a couple events coming up via Zoom. That's why I just wanted to let people know that I'm available. You know, some people be thinking, you know, we busy. Yeah, we college coaches, we busy all year round, especially now recruiting heating up and recruiting turning into a whole different monster.
Yeah, with the
You know,
NIL
probably
and
crazier than
everything.
it's ever been. You know,
Mhm.
so we working hard and trying to take care of stuff, but the season over. And, you know, if my story can help somebody, if my story can motivate somebody, you know, I know what it's like. I know what chemo feel like. I know the toll it takes on your caregivers, the toll it took on, you know, my parents and my people that was close to me at that time. You know, I can't even imagine how they view me now, seeing me go through that day in and day out. But just cancer survivors as well, you know, be able to talk about life without it, life after it, you know, because you sort of got to find yourself again and then find something that you're passionate about again, because especially if your life after cancer doesn't look like how it did before, you know. So like I said, man, it's just this is something that I'm passionate about, that I definitely want to get active. If people are active, I wish I could visit hospitals and do that. That's more my style. I want to get on the ground level, but I know with COVID and everything going on, there's different rules. But once hopefully the pandemic is over, you know, but I'll be able to tap in and do a little bit more than what I want to do. Definitely gonna be back at doing a lot of work with UIC. I got all my surgeries at Rush University, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of work with them. And anybody else, anywhere, you know, I just want people to know that I'm available. I ain't one of them people that you gotta take a card to talk, punch a clock, talk to, man. Like,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because it could have easily went the other route for me. I could easily not be on this call talking to you right now, or I could easily not have my leg and not be able to move and groove and coach and be out there doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very, very grateful and very aware of the grace I've been given. So,
Yeah, you looking healthy too, man.
man,
Like,
yeah, boy, good, man.
um, what I like about what you're trying to do, like, it's one thing to defeat something like cancer, and it's another thing, right? It's another thing to want to take the hardships that you went through and want to use that to uplift others that could be going through the same thing by spreading awareness and things of that
Yep.
nature, and letting them know that they can also defeat it if you can defeat it. You see what I'm
Yep.
saying? I think that's very, very big of you, man. Like I said, your story, man, it's the definition of the get back, man. You know, like, it's the definition of the get back, man. So along with your story of being a 14-year cancer survivor, right? Have you
Yep.
given any thought to potentially doing something? Because I know you say you have like some classes or workshops events coming up?
Yeah, Zooms. Just Zooms that I'm
Zooms.
be speaking. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So those Zoom, like, have you thought about doing some public speaking? I know,
Yeah. Yeah.
because so you
100%. I'm
can,
down for that.
really get that.
Yeah, that's
I'm
something
sorry.
that's something that I 100% in for. You know, any events, that's what I was letting people know. Any events, any speaking at any conventions and everything like that. I know it's my surgeon, he got a big convention coming up. I'm probably gonna join him, where he just talked about the type of surgery they did on me and the after effects, probably my life after it and everything. And so yeah, I'm all for any public speaking events, any events I can come show face, you know, bring some Arkansas gear for some people. It don't matter. You know, I want to be able to use this platform, man. When you're blessed to get on a platform, you're blessed to have success.
Yes.
You know, you ain't get yourself there. You know,
Yeah.
so I ain't. You know, like I said, it life flashed before my eyes. It can happen at any moment to anybody. You know, it ain't. It's not like we any of us are exempt. So you know, I always keep that in mind. I always try to, you know, put myself in somebody else's shoes, and 100%. The reason why I'm doing this is I would have loved to meet me when I was sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was sick, man, I'm 17. I'm a big, strong athlete. I'm in the hospital. There's kids in there. There's real kids in there. Like, really been in there 2-3 years on chemo. Really don't go home for Christmas. Really don't see their family a lot. And I'm really in there boo-hooing till I seen that. And I said, boy, you better tighten up. People got a lot worse than you. You know what I'm saying? So like when I got hit with that reality, even though I was in the midst of my own turmoil, and I got hit with some more reality, like, yeah, it's still worse. You think it's bad, but it's still worse, you know. And for a lot of other people, it really humbled me, man. It truly truly humbled me and sent me to a different level mentally on the possibilities and how I need to live my life forever. You know, so like I said, it eternally changed me. It's the reason why I do what I do. And yeah, I'm excited about what's to come.
I think I can speak for everybody who tuned in and is going to watch this on the playback and that's going to hear this on the DSPs, on Spotify and everything, man. Like, bro, blessings to you, man. Power to you, man. I hope you just keep elevating, man. To see you, like I said, to see you when we were shorties in high school, like training with James and everything like that.
Yeah.
Preparing for the next level, preparing for Michigan State and things of that nature, seeing what you went through, and then seeing how you just leveled up in just every area of life, physically, mentally, emotionally, man.
Yeah.
To where you to being a coach in the SEC, bro. I don't, man. I know you know, but I don't think the listeners understand how powerful of a story and how much of an inspiration that is. I got to give you flowers again. Now, if you got to go, I ain't going to hold you because I know it's recruiting time. You know what I mean? You probably got some tape to watch. You know what I mean? But if you want to stick around for this next segment, we going to do that. You good?
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. So check it out. Y'all already know how we give it up in the pit towards the end of the show. It's the pit, y'all. It is the pit. You get to ask us any sports-related question in the world. We answer it truthfully, put our feet to the fire, man. We like to have a little fun with it. Sometimes we get I'm gonna be honest with you, Art. 97% of the time, we get questions. The other 3%, people just be like, you know what? I ain't got nothing for them today, man.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna let them live. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give y'all about 60 seconds to get your questions ready. I'm gonna go to a quick break, man. I gotta show y'all something I've been working on, man. Hopefully my man Art can give me one. I told him I'll pull up in Arkansas if I got to get this. You know what I mean? I got a new project that I'm working on to go along with the YouTube series called 101. I'll be pulling up on casual fans and athletes such as Arthur, you know what I mean, who's been there, done that, got an amazing story to tell. And if also, you know what I mean, know what it's like to go through athletic hardships and things of that nature, man, play games at the high level and things like that. So I'm gonna go to this quick commercial clip and we'll be right back.
Wanted me to play defensive back, but my heart was really playing receiver, and Boston College was one of the few D1 schools that really afforded me the opportunity.
Oops.
I'm doing good, and
sorry, guys.
Wanted me to play defensive back, but my heart was really playing receiver, and Boston College was one of the few D1 schools that really afforded me the opportunity to play wide receiver. I was probably a better defensive back in high school than I probably was a wide receiver.
Oh, word?
Yeah, so I could probably understand where the other schools was pretty much coming from. Like Nick Saban, as soon as I met with him in Michigan State,
Memories in Boston College playing receiver, because I know you had some big games.
I did. My biggest memory was playing against the number 2 team in the country, Virginia Tech, and me breaking the Big East record for the longest touchdown caught. Michael Vick was on that team, number 2 in the country. That was the year that they lost to Florida State in the national championship. And I broke the Big East record for the longest touchdown ever in Big East history, and I still hold that record today for 99 yards. My junior year, I was graded out of maybe a 4th, 5th round pick coming out my junior year. So I was like, I want to kind of improve on that. So I went back to school for my senior year. And that process, man, it was very nerve-wracking at the time because, everything your senior year is riding on how well you play in order for you to make money. And then,
now, you're one of the few who not only have big-time college experience as an athlete, but you also have professional experience too. And we're talking about at the highest level,
yes.
NFL. So take me to your NFL journey.
Yeah, man. 101, man. Something dope I got coming soon, man. Well, it's already out. That first episode with Dedrick DeWalt, Boston College wide receiver, 6th round draft pick of the Tennessee Titans, had a stint with the St. Louis Rams is out now, man. Yes, the St. Louis Rams. That's how long ago it was. Not the LA Rams. Not the LA Rams you're gonna be seeing in a couple of days. You know what I mean? The St. Louis Rams, man. Incredible dialogue with him. New spinoff of the YouTube series that's coming really, really soon. But the 101 out now. Players Pit YouTube, the Players Pit show. Y'all see the thing strolling at the bottom, man. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. My man Arthur gonna give me one. You know what I mean? He definitely gonna give me one. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of lined up, man. Normally we have questions in. We don't have any right now, but I already got something for you. It's all good. I stay loaded with it. I stay loaded with it.
Okay,
I stay loaded with it. So early in the show, right? We talked about the Chicago Bears with their GM move and their head coach move, right? Everybody seems to be in agreement that Ryan Poles is a pretty decent hire, right?
Yeah.
But everybody is head over heels upset about Matt Eberflus, aka Flus God. Everybody is upset about that. I want to know. First off, I know you being from Chicago. Are you a Bears fan? Or
got to rep the hometown team, man.
All right. How do you feel about the head coaching hire of the Bears, man?
The head coaching hire, I don't know a lot about Matt, to be honest. I know the coach defense been pretty good, but personally, I'd have to watch him a little bit more. I know he'd been a part of some success, and defensive head coaches carry a different aura. I would have liked to see more of an offensive guy with Justin Fields and really see what he can blossom into. But I mean, he can fix that with the OC hire. I say let's not judge him yet. Let's wait and see. Because he has been around some good units. He has some dogs on the Colts defense. So let's wait to see what happens, man. But I really like the Ryan Poles hire though. That's why I want to see. Let's see what the team look like, what he put together, how the draft go, and sort of how this first little bit go before we go right or left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It sounds like like I said earlier, me and the Bears have an abusive relationship. We got an open relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So one day we good, the next day we not. You know what I mean?
Right.
I love the Ryan Poles hire. And I can't believe I'm very, very optimistic about the Matt hire.
You're right.
I'm fake excited about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm fake excited about it. We got to give. I know the work that he did with the Colts. Top 3 unit. They had a top. I think they have a top 3 defensive unit statistically over the span of the last 4 years. So I like to see, and apparently he kind of comes from that Lovie Smith train of thought defensively.
Yeah.
Now, like you said, we'll see what happens with the OC hire, how he fills out the rest of the staff. But I definitely feel like give him time, and we'll see. Got a first question that came in, man. Shout out to my man Swag Dorian Hayes, man. He says, as a Mount Carmel man, how did it feel to finally put that D-La blue and gold on?
Well, man, that's funny, man. I slammed enough boys on that De La Salle field. So it was good to be back.
Hey,
it was good to be back. Nah, it was good. Nah, I love De La Salle, man. I had a lot of it was fun coaching there, man. But it was fun playing there too. But yeah.
I look at them all damn. I got something else for you with the with the NFL playoffs on deck, right? We got the NFC Championship game and the AFC Championship game coming up, right?
Yep.
Before we even get into that, who in these teams might still exist for you? Did you have any favorite going into the playoffs that you thought was like, yeah, that's going to be the team that's going to win it? Like if you had to put bad money on it?
Yeah. Niners.
Who's that?
Niners.
Word.
Niners rolling. And not only are they clicking on both sides. DeMeco Ryans got the defense flying around. They causing turnovers. They doing a lot of good stuff defensively. The stuff that they threw at Aaron Rodgers, I've been watching them all week. Like it reminded me a lot of some of the things that I've seen Georgia and Bama doing. Just when they sending different pressures. I remember one play he blitzed both safeties, which is crazy when you got A-Rod on the field, knowing how he can put the ball on the money. But I think that they clicking right now. They playing for each other. The Niners are the team to beat right now, I think. And then surprisingly, even though they didn't play that well, the Bengals scary, but they didn't play that well last game. You know
what makes the Bengals scary?
Yeah,
they young and don't give a damn.
Exactly. Yeah,
like that's dangerous.
I agree 100%.
And they talented. Like they can get the Chiefs, bro. They just beat the Chiefs.
Yeah,
3 weeks ago. Like
if it's a team that you know, that it wouldn't shock me if they won, it would be the Bengals. Of course, the Chiefs the favorite, and we all expect the Chiefs to win, but it wouldn't shock me. That's going to be a good one. I think that game going to be more interesting than the NFC game because I feel like the Niners on a different level.
Yeah, I love everything. Like I said last week when I had my homie on the show, Peanut. Shout out to Peanut. I love everything about the Niners.
Yeah,
I love their front four defensively.
Mm-hmm.
I love how Cal Shanahan can put me or you in the backfield and we can get some yards.
That's because that old line rolling. That old line rolling. They move.
I love the skill guys.
Yeah.
I love the skill guys. I definitely love me some Deebo Samuel.
Right.
And people forget that on that defense, man, it's 2 years away from a Super Bowl appearance. Last year, the whole defense was damn near decimated by like week 5 or 6 or something like that. And out of all the coaches left, I trust Cal Shanahan more.
Yeah.
Like I just do. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be lovely. You mentioned it. And we a little over the time, but it don't matter. It ain't like I'm on television. I got a show coming on now.
All right.
We rolling right now, baby. We rolling.
Mm-hmm.
SEC, right? You coaching the SEC, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk about Bama and Georgia.
Yeah.
Bama and Georgia. I thought it was a fairly good game. I would have liked to see Bama at full strength. Obviously, the record books don't care. Wikipedia don't care. The result is the result. But going into that game, that being the second time that they were playing this year, what was your gut feeling going into that game? Was the result kind of like what you thought it was going to be, or did you kind of see like a different outcome? I know that kind of changes with the injuries that Alabama suffered before and during the game. But
I think the injuries help, but it's tough to beat a team twice. Tough to beat a team twice because you got to think everybody. You know, they got coaches over there too. They got 5-star top guys over there too. They got pride as well. So it's a lot of adjustments went into play. The second game went how I thought it would. Georgia front seven on a different level. The best one we seen all season when we played them. They on a different level. I think that Bama kept them off balance game one. They had a lot of quick passes, a lot of short game, get the ball out of Bryce Young's hand, you know, and keep him moving. That second time though, Georgia got to him. I figured they would. Figured they'd create a plan too, because Bama had their number first time. But I agree. If Bama full strength, I think it's closer. I still think Georgia pull it out. It's tough to beat a team twice, man. Especially in this league, especially with the amount of, you know, the everything that's on the line, the SEC, the coaches, Kirby Smart finally trying to get his chance to beat Nick Saban. Man, it's so much. Them boys probably didn't sleep before that game, you know. Yeah. So that was huge for them. I just think it was it went how I thought it did. It did, especially after James Williams got hurt. I was like, oh, okay. It's because they ain't got nobody that's gonna stretch the field like that.
What is it like coaching in the SEC? And you know, you got these top tier coaches in the SEC, man. You know, Kirby Smart, Lane Kiffin still there. At Ole Miss?
Lane.
You got Lane
still at Ole Miss.
You got Lane Kiffin. You got Nick Saban. Now you have Mike Leach.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, what is it like coaching against these top tier coaches in the SEC?
Well, you man, it's surreal now. It was surreal this year, looking on the sideline and being like, yeah, I'm here. Like, for real. You know, we played Bama at Bama. And like you said, we played Georgia at Georgia, getting that atmosphere. We driving into the game, fans going crazy, flipping the buses off. Oh, it's the South, for real. You know, it mean more down here. You know what I'm saying? So it just was all of that stuff that I heard about the South and football and SEC. I saw it up close this year. So it was fun. It's such a great league with great athletes and players. And then me being an ex-player playing in the Big Ten, really, if I really had one of the differences the biggest difference, I think, between the Big Ten and the SEC, the skill players is bigger down here. Skill players bigger. Corners,
I can believe that.
Corners, safeties, receive, they just bigger down here. That's pretty much, you know, from a lineman standpoint, I like besides Georgia front four, you know, I think the Big Ten can fairly stand up to it as well, because just being a player in it and just seeing it with the SEC, is skill players bigger, faster. These guys just it's just different level of ball down here. it's how I tell everybody. I say, yeah, they take football in the South as serious as we take basketball in the city. So it's like that. Like, so you can understand the amount of pressure these guys be under young. So you just see it though, because they just come out ball players. We had a true freshman. That boy looked 35. But right, starting that running back for us, and you know what I'm saying. But he's a grown man already, just in terms of physically, and he had been preparing for for this moment, for this stage. It's that important to these kids, man.
Yeah. And last but not least, before we get up out of here, man.
Yeah.
Last but not least, what's the ultimate? Because I know everybody doesn't have dreams and aspirations of being a head coach, but I have to ask, right? It's only right to being a coach.
Yeah.
What's your final, what's the final level for you as a coach in college football? Like, what does that look like for you? Do you have aspirations of being a head coach?
Yeah.
Things of that nature. Maybe even being an AD. Like, who knows? We don't know what the future holds, right? What's your final level as a college coach?
Well, the happy ending for the story for me ends. I'm the head coach of Michigan State University. That's the circle getting completed. The head coach of Michigan State. And it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm that certain about it. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be coaching ball for a long time, man. I care too much. I'm too passionate. God blessed me with an opportunity. I'm gonna keep my head down until I'm considered one of the best out here now. That's all I'm worried about now, man. I'm just that same hunger, that same emotion that I use as a player. I can change it a little bit more, but it's just the same thing that I put in coaching, man. But that's the happy ending for me. I can ride off in the sunset as the head coach of Michigan State University.
Man, beautiful, beautiful, man. Like I said, I speak for everybody, man, who tuned in tonight. Speak for everybody who's going to be listening on the playback, man. We all wish you, man, blessings on blessings on blessings, man. I would love, I feel like you should write a book, bro. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like you should write a book, man. And if not, I can see public speaking being in your future, man. You're very, very well spoken, well articulate. Not like I didn't know that anyway, but just with your story, like your drive and everything that you got going on, man, and what you want to get out there, not just as a coach and a former player, but now as a cancer advocate, man. The story needs to be heard, man. Definitely wish you all the best, man. Appreciate having you on, and I'm gonna tell you, like I tell everybody that come on the pit. You got red carpet, man. You got a red carpet. If you ever call me or hit me up on Facebook and say yo, this week something went down and I want to talk about it.
Right.
You welcome.
No,
you are
man.
welcome. You have a red carpet, man. So with that being said, man, I definitely appreciate you coming on.
Man,
we got to connect for one of them one-on-ones, man. Because I said, if I have to come down to Arkansas, I'll come down to Arkansas to do it.
All right.
I don't have a problem coming down to Arkansas to get something dope, especially with you, man, my man. Definitely appreciate you, bro.
No, man, appreciate you, man. Enjoyed it, man. Yeah, keep doing your thing. We definitely got to set it up. We can set that up for sure.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely would, man. So you go ahead and get up out of here, man. Get you some rest, watch you some tape, or because I know you got to get right back to work, B.
Yeah, I got to.
All right, man. Most love, man. Appreciate having you, bro.
All right, bro.
All right, no doubt. Yeah, man. Shout outs to everybody who's tuned in tonight, man. I want to thank you guys for supporting the stream. If you don't know, we are now on all DSPs. Well, no, I'm sorry, not all DSPs. We are now on Spotify. I'm thinking I'm gonna keep it on Spotify right now, guys. But we're on Spotify. All you gotta do, the Players Pit Show. It'll come right up. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. The Players Pit Show, for all content surrounding the brand. New 101 series. We got the Players Pit YouTube series. Let me tell y'all, the YouTube series that we're doing and the 101 series are two separate entities, but it's all the same, if that makes sense. And you'll get what I'm saying. That's coming real soon. We got episodes with we got a BJJ episode, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu episode. We have AAU episode, the effects of AAU on basketball, as well as a pro-am episode. And then we also have a Chicago Blitz episode. If y'all don't know who the Chicago Blitz is, you should research. But anyway, Chicago Blitz all-female women's league. It's their league is called the XFL, the Extreme Football League. Actually, they got tryouts coming up this Saturday too. So if you're a lady who's tuned in right now and you feel like hitting some chicks, you need to be there. You need to be there at the Pullman Center, man, Chicago, Illinois. I don't have the address in front of me. They didn't pay me for that plug. That's just coming off the top of my head because I rocks with the Chicago Blitz. I rock with Sidney Lewis, head coach of the Chicago Blitz, man. Beautiful things they doing there. We got a dope episode with them, man. They have the absolute most fun in practice that I've ever seen. But they get busy, though. They definitely get busy, man. Do not get it twisted. But yeah, those are the 4 episodes that we have on tap, finishing up those. And then the one-on-one series, as you guys saw, the one with Dedrick DeWalt, former Boston College wide receiver, that's out now. I got 3 more scheduled that I'm going to do. And I'm going to try to do one-on-ones like, man, as often as possible, man, because it's beautiful. I enjoy that experience, just chopping it up with athletes and casuals who kind of been there and done that, who have a real passion for sports. I really, really love that. You know what I mean? So definitely going to get into that bag, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune into that. I see you, Chris, man. The show needs 3 hours for real. I'm a family man, Chris. I don't know, guys. What you guys think, man? Like, is an hour enough? It's an hour enough for the show, guys? Hour and a half, maybe. If I go more than an hour, I'll have to change my stream day. 100%, I would have to change my stream day if I go more than an hour. Because I have a sister show that comes on right after me on my podcast network stream on Twitch. I mean, maybe we can do it. Me and Major 7 talked about this. Maybe we can do like a pit after hours or like a pit after dark or something like that, man. Type of thing, man. But thank you, man. I definitely appreciate you, Chris. Real talk, man. I definitely appreciate you, man. Just constantly putting out content and trying to do some dope things, man. We will be back. We should be back next Wednesday per usual. Every Wednesday. I know I've missed like 2 of the last 4, but out of town, bruh. It might have been possible to do it out of town now that I think about it, man. I think I got to get more travel gear to be able to podcast on the road, man. But you guys know I do a good job of letting you guys know if a show is not happening. I never leave you guys hanging. I never leave you guys hanging at all, man. Every Wednesday, y'all know how we give it up. 6:30 p.m. live in the Facebook group, The Players Pit with D.Son. YouTube, The Players Pit Show. Make sure you guys subscribe. If you don't subscribe, that's cool. Just make sure you consistently sharing the broadcast, liking the broadcast, man. We got up to about 12, 13 people in the building today, man. We gradually growing. I don't really trip too much on viewers and things of that nature. I trip on the content. You feel me? I don't care about views like that. I'm more so tripping on the content. My content got to be on point. Content and presentation. If content is king, presentation got to be queen. So I'm going to make sure I always dress my shit up the right way, make it look as professional as possible. I'm learning as I go. Who knew I was going to end up being my own tech guy? You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm doing pretty damn good. Getting into editing, post-production and things of that nature, man. The shit is fun, but it's stressful, man. It takes a lot to put on this show. It takes a lot to get you guys the content when it needs to be out. I done missed a few deadlines and that news is passed and it's kind of disheartening, but it's cool. We'll put it out eventually. But make sure y'all continue to share the broadcast, support the Facebook group, subscribe to the YouTube. Also, before I get up out of here, everybody who purchased the Elite shirt, your Elite shirts are in. They are in. I hit you guys up individually. Shout outs to Dave. He bought like 10 shirts. And you guys' shirts are in. You make sure you support the cause, man. $15 holla, guys. $15 holla. All proceeds going to the Players Pit. Cop your Elite shirts now, bro. Cop your Elite shirts now. $15 to the Players Pit Cash App, to the Players Pit Show Cash App. If you like it, send that bread with your name and your size, and you good to go. You feel what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate y'all. We gonna keep it pushing. For sure, Chris. We gonna keep it pushing. I'll see you guys next week. Hope you guys have a safe week. And remember, guys, it's still COVID. Stay safe. don't get careless. All right. Do not get careless, man. And yeah, man, I holla once again. Appreciate y'all. And D.Son, I am out.
Law Beats.